All right, let's go ahead and get into it then. Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is George Bell. This presentation today will be on boosting your money management skills for your small business. Me myself, I am a co-founder of a startup company, and I also work here at Chico Start, which is our host for today. So we'll kind of just be going over a few general things. These slides are provided to us by Grow with Google, so I'll kind of just be running through them, and we'll kind of just tackle it together and learn something together. So pretty much, my name again is George Bell. I'm excited to be here with you all. Today I'll be working to kind of just help everyone with new businesses, people who already have businesses, people who plan on starting one, just to learn how to manage your business, your small business better, and things of that nature. Um, so we want to be as helpful as possible. So let's make sure that we pose any questions that we have. Also, feel free to um, chime in anytime you want. If you feel like you have some insight on some stuff and you would like to share with the rest of the group, feel free to do that. Um, Also, after this, if you ever have to cut out or anything, we will have this recording on our YouTube channel at Chico Start. So I'll send that information over after the meeting as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so just a few terms that we'd like to go over quickly. Um, so we will spend time today talking about cash flow and what that means to our business. In part, we will review a profit and loss statement, and we'll wrap up by having a workshop. We might not get to our workshop today, but we'll get over the general information, and then we should have a part two. Um, and we will provide additional resources at the end. Yeah, so I think your question is, will we have the slides available afterwards? Yeah, I could provide the slides as well. So I'll send a recording, and as well I could send the slides through. I have you guys' information as long as you signed up to the Eventbrite, so I'll be able to contact y'all there. So just to start off with a few terms, first we have cash flow, which is very important. So cash flow is the money you transfer into and out of your business. Also, we have revenue. Revenue is money that is generated by the sale of the products or services. Um, an expense is money is spent on something necessary to run your business. You also have profit. Profit is money that is left over after your expenses are paid. And then a budget is a detailed plan that outlines where and when you'll spend your money. So just a few general terms. So this is kind of what we'll use as an example for today. So Phoebe has a growing photography business. She's always busy with her clients, and has a cash in her bank account, but she isn't sure whether she's actually making profit. She wants to understand how to manage her finances better. So meet Phoebe. So now that your business expanded, she needs to better understand of her expenses and how to make sure she is making profit. So what is cash flow? How is it different from profit? Both important elements of a healthy growing business, but they are not the same thing. Profit is revenue, the money you make selling your product or services, minus expenses, what it costs to run your business. So sometimes this is called your net income. So cash flow refers to all the cash going in and out of your business, and it is one of the most important measures of your business's health. Okay, right along. Profit is great, but you need cash flow to run the business. Cash flow allows you to pay for employees, manufacturing. Um, for example, like Phoebe's photograph supplies. Anything that allows you to actually run your business. So if you understand cash flow, you'll know when money will arrive and when you'll need to spend it for expenses. So, for example, Phoebe just completed a photo shoot for her client. She expects to be paid in the next 30 days, but the rent for her studio is due in 25 days. This is why cash flow is important. It helps you know if you'll have enough cash on hand to pay for expenses. So, how would you begin tracking cash flow? So, the first step you want to take is by documenting past expenses and future expenses that you know are coming. So, kind of keep for 2 weeks or so, just walk around with a notepad or put it in a note to your phone of all the expenses that you're using towards your business. Also, all the things that you know that are coming that you're going to use for your business. If you're able to attend part one of the workshop, we talked about the accounting software. You can use that to help. I can probably maybe reference that as well and probably send that over to you guys too if you guys missed part one. Another option is to use Google Sheets. I'll show you more about Google Sheets later today's workshop. Not only will you need to know what expenses you have, you'll also need to know when they are due. One simple way that you can do that is by adding them on your calendar by using Google Calendar if you need to. One way to view, understand cash flow is to create a cash flow statement. A cash flow statement is a report that shows you how much money flows into and out of your business. Money coming in, that's considered your income. Money going out is an expense. Okay. Expenses are often reported with parentheses or negative signs. Let's see. So the easiest way that you can do a cash flow statement is to use a software that automatically generates it. Google Sheets includes a cash flow template too. Whatever tool you use, you'll need to enter your income and expenses to see how your money flows through the business. Very important. If you look at the bottom of your cash flow statement, there is a number with a negative parenthesis. That means more money has gone out of your business than has been brought in. If you want a template and more, visit score.org. We do have different resources like this one below. A quick tip. If you visit score.org and search for a 12-month cash flow statement, it'll help you out with this process, okay? Cool. So now we can talk about profit and loss and what it means to your business. You will sometimes hear people refer to this as your P and L. Okay. So back to our example for a little bit. So Phoebe's photography business is booming. She has landed a new large client. With a big account that will bring in recurring work, and she realizes that she will need to hire some assistants and buy more equipment. But with these new expenses, she isn't sure if she would be able to make a profit within her business. So how could she find out is the question. So let's check it out. So by tracking profit and loss gives you a better picture of whether or not your company is making money or losing money and how much. So how do you know whether your company is actually making money? So you can't rely on just your feelings or perceptions about how your company is doing. You might be really busy or have a lot of clients, but still be losing money. So it's important for us to take these steps and do this stuff. You need to use facts, specifically whether your business is making profit or experiencing a loss. To figure this out, you should create a profit and loss statement or a P&L, okay? So we don't necessarily want to go by our feelings or how we feel like our business is going. We always want to use facts and make sure that we're doing our due diligence to ensure that we're keeping track of exactly what's coming in our company and what's going out, okay? So here you go. You can look at this chart here to kind of get an idea of how it would go. The P&L statement is just a recap of your company's income and expenses over a specific or a specified period of time. The period can be monthly, quarterly, or annually. In my experience, I've always usually tried to do this at least quarterly, if not monthly. So this slide shows that Phoebe P&L statement might look like in 2019 she had a total of $85,050 in income and a total of $21,000 in expenses. Her bottom line income, her profit was $64,050. So kind of just to reinforce how important the advantages are, or how important it is of having a P&L statement here. So pretty much a P&L statement, it helps you compare trends over time. You might compare profit this month to the previous month, or you might compare this month, um, or you might compare this month to the same month last year to see what happened year over year. Okay, let me go ahead and emit this guy real quick. Cool. All right, so right along. So again, P&L statement is very important. You might compare profit this month to the previous month, or you might compare this month to the same month last year to see what happened year over year. If you have a report that shows the big picture, you can make better financial decisions for your business. And if you ever decide to apply for a business loan or try to get business investors, you'll need a P&L statement to demonstrate the health of your business. So before you ever get investors or people who want to put money into your business, they're usually always going to ask for a P&L statement just to see the progress and how good your business is doing before they make a decision to invest with you. Okay, so it's definitely a step that we want to take time and figure out. Okay, so a question may be, so how do you go about creating a P&L statement? So in a nutshell, it's considered revenue, the money going into your business from what people have paid you, which would kind of reinforce what I've said earlier. But it subtracts expenses, the money going out of your business, and the resulting difference tells you there's a profit or a loss. Just like kind of in Phoebe's um, example, she seen how much money she had coming in versus how much she spent towards the business, and she took the sum of that and was able to get results of how much profit she was making. So of course you can do this by using accounting software. Check to see if you can generate a P&L with Google Sheets. Can also do this. If you want a step by step, again, visit the link below. Score has a very good program in terms of helping you figure out your profit and loss. Okay. So essentially, again, it's you have your revenue minus expenses. The number you want to consider is the difference. If the difference is positive, you're making money, of course. If the difference is negative, you're losing money. So many businesses work with a financial expert for help that they need professional advice. When you're kind of just starting a startup like myself, I realized that this process is not that difficult. It really just took me a few YouTube videos to research and kind of figure it out more and more over time. So you'll get it over time. Now let's get back to Phoebe for our example. She wants to learn whether if her business is still profitable after adding more staff and buying more equipment. So Phoebe decides to use Google Sheets to create her P&L statement. Okay. Before using Google Sheets, Phoebe used Google account. That's true for most of Google products. She needs to set up a free Google account first. A Google account provides a single sign-in, so you could be able to just kind of sign in real quick, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what you need to do. And she doesn't use Gmail to register email, as the Google account is a big account, and you can just sign up easily. Let's kind of skip all that stuff. They're kind of getting us into a little bit of sales stuff, but you can essentially access your Google Sheets by doing this here, which I'm sure probably all of us have a good idea of how to access Google Sheets. So I'll just go ahead and skip that for now. Okay. This slide shows an so this is an important one. So this slide here shows an example of a Google financial statement template. So they do have different templates that you could that they offer that you could utilize. So Phoebe would use this template to enter transactions, money going in and out of her business. The template also includes an editable list of categories for common expenses. So based on the data of the template, she automatically could calculates several different financial reports, including a P&L statement. Okay, so again, kind of just reinforcing some of the tools that you can use to be able to um, figure out your P&L statement. Again, here, this is an important point too. Depending on your business needs, you may need to use additional templates. Take a look at the template gallery and see the available ones that you have. Okay. So before we get out of here today, I did want to show. So here's a Google Sheet Pro tip. Sometimes visual charts like the pie chart shown on the slide are easier to understand than rows and columns or numbers. If you use Google Sheets, you can create charts like this using the data from your financial report. Again, this is a very easy tool to be able to utilize and get different information. I remember for myself, this helped me a lot during some of my BOA meetings, so meetings with my board of advisors. As they're trying to help me in my company, they much prefer you use visuals like this instead of just kind of written out slides of numbers that you've accumulated. But when it has something like this, it's very beneficial for different investors and different people who are trying to help you with your company. So definitely try to utilize Google Sheets in terms of creating different pie charts and different charts that can help you kind of just kind of show some of the stats and data that you have for your company. So pretty much how you create one of those charts is here. After you enter the expenses into your Google Sheets file, highlight what you want to include in your pie chart. Feel free to, if you want to pull your Google Sheets up yourself and kind of just play with it when you get a chance, maybe later on today or whenever you have some free time. As you can see in this image on the slide, we've highlighted different expenses like rent and payroll, as well as other dollar amounts you spend on them. Click insert and then click the chart. You can change the chart to any type on screen, to pie chart, bar charts, etc. So kind of just to wrap up here shortly, we want to kind of see what Phoebe did in her example for us to be able to kind of get to us figuring out more about our cash flow statement and our P&L. So now that Phoebe has started tracking her expenses, she's able to create a cash flow statement. With that information, she learns that her cash flow has become more consistent over the last few months. And that is great news for her business. Her next step is to create a P&L statement that shows most months she is profitable. Even more great news, of course, okay? Because that's what we all have an idea for our business. But by examining the report, she decides to make some spending adjustments, purchasing supplies, and different things that she needs for her business, as she will continue to monitor her reports to make sure her business is healthy. So, of course, this is something that we want to do reoccurring. It's not something that we necessarily just do one time. Like I said, again, at least quarterly or monthly for myself is how I like to do it. But we always want to kind of come back to this stuff and make sure that we're updating our numbers. So a quick recap before we get out of here. And if you guys do have a little more time, I'd like to kind of ask you guys, what brought you here today? And, what are some of the things that you guys are doing? But just to quickly recap, based on today's workshop, this technique can help you boost your money management skills. Okay, so again, create a cash flow statement so you can understand how money flows in and out of your business, effectively managing cash flow to ensure you can meet future financial obligations. Also, create a profit and loss statement so you can get a better picture of whether your company is making money, losing money, or how much it is making. Also, feel free to explore some of the different tools that Google has to offer, such as Google Sheets, financial templates. Also, if you ever need it, I know Chico Start here in Northern California, where I reside, has a lot of different experts and different people that you can speak to. So I'll reach out to you guys as well. You can also go to chicostart.com to be able to kind of see some of the things that here we offer in terms of expert help. But yeah, things like accountants or lawyers can also be people that can help you with stuff like this. So feel free to look out for resources such as that. Also, you want to keep an eye out for these common mistakes and try to avoid them. Okay, it's very important. Don't assume that you have cash in the bank, your business, or that your business is healthy. Don't forget to anticipate and plan for future expenses. And also, you don't want to forget to track your expenses by staying up to date. Um, and you can see an accurate report that can help you make better business decisions. Also, you don't ever want to forget to regularly review your profit and loss statement. Like I said, for myself, I suggest every month as well too. Okay. So here we'll end off with kind of a few different resources that Google has to offer. And feel free to check any of them out if you want. So of course you can also access more videos like this on Grow with Google YouTube channel. Also here at Chico Start, we have our own YouTube channel as well that you can access different videos for other resources. Also, of course, Google offers different things like certificates that you can utilize as well, kind of just to get more ideas of different careers that you can get into and different things that you can check out. Okay, so for stuff like that, again, they have different things that you can indulge in to kind of just better your careers and stuff like that. So thank you for today. That pretty much end off part 2 of um, building up small businesses with different financial tools. Being here this morning with you, feel free to keep tabs on anything that Chico Star has going on, as well as Grow Google. And I'll see you next time. Peace.